guys, it's Slave to the Games, and this time I'm going to be going even more into explaining how and why you can change Eivor's gender at will, as well as further explain a little bit of what you're going to be doing with Layla in this game as the modern day counterpart. Thank you guys for choosing to hang out with me, and I will have an article that is going to be put in the description, which is wrote by Spencer Basuli, I hope I pronounced that right, where I got this information. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Valhalla's narrative director Darby McDevitt has revealed that players will be able to actively swap between the two gender options for Eivor, as I mentioned before. Not only will players be able to swap Eivor's gender through a menu option, but that this latest entry will apparently allow the modern day protagonist to materialize within the Animus' simulation for the first time in the series' history. Basically, the modern day counterpart in the actual story will be able to have an option to change the memory stream, or, you know, switch back and forth at will. So of course this would obviously correlate to the players playing the game if they could do it in the actual story itself. Basically, the developers wanted to fully embrace the often overlooked science fiction nature of the series. There is apparently one small tidbit they're not going to reveal until you actually play the game as to fully why you can do this, just explaining that you can do this because it's science fiction, because of the Animus, and there's something tied to it that will be revealed once we play the game that fully gives us the whole entire understanding of why exactly we're able to do that and how it still works. As for how Layla, the modern day protagonist, is going to interact more directly with the world, McDevitt also revealed that Valhalla's Animus will also receive an upgrade that will allow the game's modern day protagonist, Layla, to interact with the simulated setting of historical Anglo-Saxon battlegrounds as herself. Of course, like I said, a first for the long-running series. The devs pretty much said that they didn't really like the fact that you were pulled out of the historical time period into the modern, and every time you were pulled out and then put back in, it always felt like you were being stopped or forcefully held there until you completed whatever segment that was, and then you were able to, well, continue a story that you probably cared more about. So how do they get this to work? Well, according to McDevitt, the cause of Layla's newfound abilities is presence of anomalies inside the simulation, during which her handlers will pause the simulation and players will find themselves face to face with big puzzles, lots of intense puzzle solving, and parkour in the actual historical world of Anglo-Saxon. So without being pulled out of the game, you're gonna walk up, find the objective that you need to, game will pause, as Eivor of course, then you'll switch over to Layla, solve the puzzle or whatever parkour that you need to, switch right back to Eivor, and then be able to continue on your journey. Now I'm pretty sure since we're getting a lot of choices in this game, we're also going to be able to choose not to do it immediately. I think these are going to be more tied to the main story, but that could also just not be true. This could also be just random side objectives as well, but I tend to think that this is going to be more tied to the main story. Anyways, I hope this made it easier for you guys to understand why exactly they did this and exactly how certain things are going to be done in this game. So thank you guys once again for choosing to hang out with me. If you have any questions or opinions about this matter, please feel free to comment them below and I will get to you as soon as possible. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Think about optionally checking my Discord merch store or my Patreon to help further support me in what I do. And then I will catch you guys in my next release.